But we all know basketball teams battle for the championship in March. But what about Wisconsin cheeses? Of course, we got to do a Wisconsin edition. With over 600 varieties of crafted cheese in our state, there's some serious competition. Halei Heinzel, Wisconsin's 77th Alice in Dairyland, joins us now to talk about the bracket where your favorite cheese could be crowned champion. Thank you so much for being here. The display looks scrumptious. Tell us, Wisconsin cheese obviously is famous around the world. You have had a fun new way for Wisconsinites to recognize their favorites, right? Tell us about that.
Yes, so Wisconsin is actually responsible for producing 25% of the global supply of specialty cheese.
Oh,
so
a fourth of cheese.
Yes, in the whole world of the specialty cheese. So I took those 600 cheeses that we produce here in Wisconsin, I narrowed it down to an Elite 8 for our cheese bracket. So you can head to Facebook or Instagram, look up Alice in Dairyland, and there will be that bracket there. We're actually starting voting tonight for these two cheeses. So we've got Havarti and Parmesan. These are like titans
going
in the
head
cheese
to
world.
head. I was seeing that on the bracket. I'm like, how am I supposed to pick that? Round one.
Yes.
You really must have picked the Elite 8 because this is already tough to pick.
It is definitely tough. Havarti over here is from Danish origin. It's actually named after the cheesemaker's farm back in the 1800s. We brought it here to the United States. It's really melty, really buttery, little, but pretty mild. You can add in some dill, some other herbs, things like that. You can buy the cheeses with it pre-made in there. Great on a cheese board, also great on like a sandwich or a burger. Super melty. Oh yeah. Definitely a fan favorite. But up against Parmesan, it's a hard competition. Parmesan comes from Italy, of course, and has been around for centuries, really treasured for those huge wheels and the decadent flavor. We brought it here to Wisconsin. We've really perfected the craft of Parmesan, that really butterscotchy, salty, nutty flavor that Parmesan has. It's proof that some legends really only get better with time.
Oh my goodness. So tell us too, so these are two, can you give us a sneak peek of some of the other ones you chose for the top 8?
Oh, there's some really good ones on there. We just had Munster versus Alpine style cheese. Munster took that one in a landslide, so that one is going to be moving on to the next round. Then we've got Gouda versus mascarpone. So definitely two very different types of cheeses. And then lastly we have Swiss versus Oaxaca. Oaxaca might be one we've not really heard a lot of. It's a Mexican style kind of mozzarella type, like think mozzarella, and it's like a string cheese. So and another big one we make a lot of in Wisconsin. So.
I love that so much. How can we tell, and we're at the store really quick, if we are supporting, you know, local cheesemakers?
Yes, 98% of grocery stores in the U.S. carry Wisconsin cheese, and you can know that you're buying it by looking for the Proudly Wisconsin Dairy or Proudly Wisconsin Cheese badge on all of your cheese or dairy products. You can also look for the number 55 in any fluid milk that you're purchasing.
Good tips to know. Thank you so much for being here. We need to cheese.
Yes.
Cheers with cheese. I'll take the Parmesan. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you. Happy voting, everybody.